Good afternoon and welcome to our live broadcast from the Oman Cricket Academy. We have a lot of matches lined up today, as well as many as 4 in the SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10. First up, it's going to be Bousher Busters taking on the Azaiba 11. Azaiba looking very good. Amerat Royals, one of the informed sides, against another informed side, Ruby Rangers, is match number 18, scheduled later. And as the evening progresses, Kurum Thunders will take on Kuwait Warriors, who are struggling in this tournament. And to finish off this Friday evening, it's going to be Darse Titans taking on Gubra Giants. And that'll be live at 10 p.m. Oman time. We are coming to you live from the Oman Cricket Academy. 4 matches lined up today as well. And let me tell you, this points table is getting interesting as we are getting into the business end of the fan code Oman D10. Right on top, clean slate, 4 wins in 4 games with a net run rate of 3.3 at Amerat Royals are looking very strong. They got the better of Ruby Rangers as well. Kurum Thunders have climbed up very nicely to move into the positives in the net run rate. Azaiba 11 giving a very good account of themselves. They've dropped only 1 game. Problems for Bousher. They've won 2, lost 2. Gubra Giants staring down the barrel at the moment. Darse Titans, the finalists in the Oman D20, are still to win a game, and so are the Kuwait Warriors with a negative net run rate of minus 3.84. There's a lot of cricket lined up. A gale of breeze blowing across the ground. We are at the Oman Cricket Academy with the backdrop of the mountains. It's always a beautiful setting as we look at this first game today of Bousher Busters. They need a win. They came very close to winning the last one, lost in the last delivery against Azaiba 11, who are putting powerful performances with each game. This is match number 17 of SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10. As always, the surface has a story to tell. We have Shoaib Ahmed with the pitch report.
Good afternoon and welcome. It's SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10. This is day number 6 and we are here to find out how the pitch is going to play today. Now we've got 4 matches lined up and it's on the same wicket. Of course, this wicket has been a belter of a track. We've seen tons and loads of runs being scored on this wicket. So I hope and I am praying that the run fest continues on this wicket. Now the weather is nice and clear, 29 degrees Celsius. There's a wind blowing across from my right to my left, and it looks like perfect playing conditions for cricket. The wicket, however, is looking a little drier than what it was in the initial few days of the tournament. The grass is slowly disappearing off the wicket, but otherwise it's a run paradise. We've seen a lot of captains winning the toss and deciding to bat first, and I think that formula is going to continue as the tournament progresses. So, if you win the toss, you bat first.
Shoaib Ahmed echoing the words of most captains in this D10 tournament, preferring to bat first as most captains opt when the situation has been so conducive for batting. We are here live from the Oman Cricket Academy. A look at the surface would indicate that though there are cracks developing, but it's always been a very nice track to bat on. The ball has come onto the bat. We've had scores of 175, 140 plus, 120 being chased as well, and 4 matches being played. We already have 16 matches played on the surface. This is the 17th one. It's the 6th day on which the same wicket is being used. So there's hardly any wear and tear. Credit has to be given to the curators as well to have dished out such a sporting wicket. It's just a wonderful setting to play cricket in, and the track as well has been very conducive. We've seen the new ball under lights move as well, and there has been enough swing and enough movement too, and a little bit of spin as well for the spinners. Always lovely coming to this venue. Something really wonderful about is the hospitality. Now though, it's getting hotter by the day as we are peeking into summer. Of course, it'll be an interesting call once again by the captains winning the toss. We have Sohas Vedam with both the captains.
SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10, and here we are, toss time at the Oman Cricket Academy. Azaiba 11 are taking on Bousher Busters. The captains have arrived here. For Azaiba, it's Usman, and for Bousher Busters, it's Prithvi Machi. In between them is our match official, Mr. Bala. The coin will go up now. Khanjar is the call. And it's number पृथ्वी, आप जीत गए टॉस, क्या करना चाहेंगे?
मैं पहले बैटिंग करना चाहता हूँ।
और इस सतह पर अगर आप देखें तो कितना स्कोर आपके हिसाब से काफ़ी रहेगा?
मेरे हिसाब से 100 रन काफ़ी रहेगा, जो अगर हम अच्छा खेले, अच्छा कर सकते तो गुड है।
पिछले मैच के बाद टीम में कोई तब्दीली है?
हाँ, मेहदी हसन बाहर है और फ्लोरी ने।
उम्मीद करेंगे आप भी जल्द फॉर्म में आ जाएं बल्लेबाजी करते हुए। ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
Usman ji, what would you have done on this kind of a track though?
Yeah, we have a strong batting line. So in that, if we win the toss, definitely we will do for the bat. But right now we are, doing the bowling. Okay. So let's see what happens. The target is minimum has been under 100. We will try level best because it's 10 hour per hour. It's a T10 game. Can be a chaseable on this track because all the matches have been in this track.
All the very best, Usman. Go back.
Sure. Thanks.
So the news from the centre is that Bousher Busters have won the toss and they say they're going to bat first.
As expected, most captains prefer batting first, and no surprises there. Bousher Busters winning the toss and electing to bat first came very close against Amerat Royals in the last game of theirs. Lost in the last delivery where they got a 6. Must have been very, very difficult for them to recover, but they have to move on and come back stronger today against another informed side in Azaiba 11. Just the right time to introduce and welcome Shoaib Ahmed in the combox.
Good afternoon, Mikhail. Yes, an exciting game of cricket. In fact, an exciting day of cricket lined up for us. Let's quickly check the playing 11 for both the sides. Bousher Busters playing 11. Abdul Rauf, Adnan Sulehri, Asif Khan, Bilal Mohammed, Fawad Ali, Flory George, that's a new name in the Bousher Busters lineup. Hamad Ifraq, Prithvi Machi, Shubopal, Sid Mehta and Sufyan Mahmood.
Watch out for Arsalan Bashir and Azaiba 11. Akmal Shehzad as well is still to tee off. Akil Mohammed, Asif Al-Balushi, Bahar, Imran Mohammed, the pacer. Jasim Elahi has been very good in the death. Khalid Rashid, the senior pro. Rao Wakar, Shaheen Bashir and Usman Haider. So we're all set for game number 17 here at the Oman Cricket Academy. And we were just minutes away from the start of the first ball. Balakrishna, the Empire, was there at the toss as well, walking alongside his colleague. I'll be bringing you these pictures into your drawing rooms, courtesy ITW Prodigy Productions. Wonderful afternoon. Yes, it's hot, the sweltering and oppressive heat. Here we are. These pictures coming to you live. ITW Prodigy. Azaiba 11 all set for another very good performance. They've been superb in this D10 tournament and in the top 4 at the moment.
Yes, Azaiba 11 have surprised one and all with the approach, with their attitude, and of course they're winning games as well. That was something that was missing in the D20 edition, but right now it looks like a different Azaiba 11 is playing the D10, and that's good news for Azaiba fans. As of now, it's interesting because teams have decided to bat first at this Oman Cricket Academy, and Mikhail, we see that it's been a struggle for teams to chase total. What do you think is the reason?
Oh yes, batting first teams have tasted more success. Teams chasing have struggled to eclipse the target, and at the moment you just get the impression the pressure of chasing down a target in 10 overs is getting onto the chasing side because they have never played this format before. I was having a lot of chat with the Oman cricketers, and they mentioned this was the very first time that they've been introduced to the T10 concept, and they, yes, are enjoying it, but they're also taking early steps and are taking time to adjust to the chase and also constructing when batting first.
That's right, teams have not found the formula to chase down totals in this edition of Fancode D10. Asif Khan, the opening batter for Bousher Busters. 5 matches, 97 runs for him. A very healthy strike rate of 151. Important for both these teams to actually win this game and get those 2 points, because that will get them into the top 4 as well. Bousher Busters, the other opening batsman, a change today. It's not Prithvi Machi who's opening the innings for them. It is Abdul Rauf Ataullah. He's been in a prolific form in this edition of Fancode D10. 5 matches for him, 88 runs, and look at that strike rate. That says a story. 231 is the strike rate. And bowling to them and starting the proceedings for Azaiba 11 would be Imran Mohammed. 5 matches, 3 wickets. That economy is definitely a concern. once he starts bowling well, once he's in his rhythm, he is a very dangerous bowler. But that doesn't happen too often for Imran Mohammed.
Oh yes, but just coming back to the opening combination, I feel this is a very good move. Yes, we talk about the left-right combination. Imran Mohammed, they're just warming up to steam in. He'll play a role. He's looked very good with the new ball. He's generated pace, got movement. Take a look at the field as well. On the off, everyone inside the 30-yard circle. You have a deep square leg. And a third man in place for Imran Mohammed. Ball one, play. And immediately you see him right on the money. This could be close. One stump to aim at. Very quick single. Bousher Busters are off the mark. And so is Asif. Beg your pardon. Rauf.
Decent start from Imran. And a good run taken as well. This has also been something that teams have emphasized on, taking those quick singles and rotating strike. Lesser the dot balls, the better the score is.
And this is a good move, especially why when you have two batters who are in top form, give them maximum time and deliveries in the middle. So opening with Asif and Rauf, I feel is a very good decision this time around. Machi has been scratchy in his games. Oh, he goes for the big one. Yes, not the most good-looking hits, but he'll fetch 4 this time around. And that's what Asif has been sent for, to just show signs of aggression up front and put the pressure on the bowlers.
Well, that's what is needed for Bousher Busters. They need runs in every over. And this has been an aggressive shot. It's not from the meat of the bat, but the intent was always there to clear the infield. And he's done that with ease. He gets 4 runs, and Bousher Busters get their first boundary of the innings.
Bousher Busters will need a good sizable total. They started off well with a very good win, and they've suddenly lost the plot. After that, they'll need to get back to winning ways. Remember, very few matches left in the tournament. In the business end, you need to make it into the top 4. Pressure on Imran. He's conceded a 4 already in his second delivery. Goes big this time. Oh, he's connected that so well. That's gone into the administrative building of Oman Cricket Academy. That was as clean as it could get.
Humongous hit, absolutely monstrous. It was right from the meat of the bat, good balance and full swing of the bat as well. Look at that shot. Beautifully done, and he gets 6. So clearly the pressure back on Azaiba 11 and Imran Mohammed. He continues to be expensive, he continues to be inconsistent, and that is one department that Azaiba would want to rectify as soon as possible.
Just goes to show how good this wicket is as well. You're playing across the line to a pacer in only the 3rd delivery. 11 conceded in 3. Shorter this time, pulled to the fielder at square leg, this protection. And sure, we need to get back to this discussion of ours with the ball under lights, where the bowler is different. I'll tell you why. The other day Imran was bowling under lights. The ball was actually swinging. And this time, in the day, absolutely no movement.
That's right. Let's quickly check at the field. There is a long on in place and a deep square leg. All the other fielders are inside the circle. It's a power play over. And now the long on fielder moves in. And the fine leg fielder goes back onto the boundary rope. So interesting field change. That could only mean that he would target the shorter delivery again.
He's pulled it. Very good observation. Has he got enough on it? Nicely cut off there. They'll settle for a single, but what a start here for Bousher Busters. They've come out with intent, executed it very well at the moment. But just coming back to the reference where the ball does not do much during the day, and this white ball under lights is actually moving. We saw Imran the other day. He got the ball to bounce, move, deviate, but at the moment he looks very, very ordinary.
You're absolutely right. The white ball has moved a lot during the night under the lights. So yes, that has been a proven fact. And that could also be one of the reasons why bowlers are facing a lot of difficulties bowling in the first few matches. This one, again, that shorter delivery, we'll have to bowl that again. So with that field, obviously, you will be looking to bowl short. And that has been the story from Imran Mohammed so far.
That is way over comfort level. Exactly, and that's why he's realized the the length has to be changed, and that's why he's digging it short. Because anything on good length, back of the length, or even full length, is being punished on the surface, which is so true for batting. That's why he's getting shorter to ensure the batter remains in the crease.
Oh, that's a bluff. Fuller delivery and a little slower as well. Belushi, the fielder, slow too. And that results in a single. So the first over done here. Bousher Busters are 15 for no loss. So as we discussed at the pitch report, there is a breeze blowing across the field, and that will definitely be a factor that both teams will keep in mind and make plans accordingly, because you wouldn't want that wind to be an advantage for the batting side.
At the moment, Imran Mohammad will be saying, yes, there is breeze blowing across the ground, but why is the ball not swinging? That's the problem here for pacers during day games. They don't get much movement. Pressure on Azaiba at the moment. They've already conceded 15. Imran conceding those runs, a 6 and a 4 going in it. What an opening combination. This is Rauf and Asif. If they can stitch a partnership, I'd like to believe Bousher should be eyeing or targeting something in the 120-140 region.
That's true. A very orthodox field setting for Sagir as he starts off with a fuller delivery. Not as quick as Imran, but definitely a lot more disciplined, seems to be.
A lot more accurate. And the best part about Sagir, he's not generating the pace for the batsman to play his shots. And that's why these gentle medium paces will always pose an opportunity for wickets.
Oh, he goes for the big hit. He's not timed it too well, but will clear the infield. The 30-yard circle, they are looking for 2 and will get them. A diving effort from Rauf. He knows, he values his wicket. He knows his role is very, very important for Bousher Busters. And that's good running.
Rauf, for the largest part, may have thought the ball is going towards the boundary, and that's why it was very slow to take off the blocks. Now this ball, after falling, just stopped completely, and it died on the way to the boundary. He had to put in that desperate dive. Makes it comfortably in the end.
Slower delivery, and they take a single. Quick running between the wickets. So they're dealing in boundaries, and they're dealing in singles and doubles as well. Rauf is on 4 of 3. Asif on 13 of 5. This is a very important partnership for Bousher Busters.
Both batters very similar in stature, in height, in demeanor, in frames. Rauf and Asif.
He cuts it, and this time he finds the gap. That's a beautiful shot. We'll get 4 runs. Well-deserved 4 runs. Not trying to hit it too hard. Just caressing the ball in the gap. And when you place it so beautifully, you always get a 4.
Both these batters are playing to a plan. Asif will be the aggressor, and he's doing just that. In the first over, he accumulated a 4 and 6, and now he's also got a very nice boundary towards backward point. Rauf is happy watching him at the other end, and this is a very fine start.
Asif looks to be like an all-round player. He's very strong on the off. He's good on the pull as well. This time he edges it, and a chance. A diving effort from the keeper, but could not reach there on time. And what this has done is, it's also gone all the way for 4.
Runs coming thick and fast here for Bousher Busters. Now when you slash, the pace important on the ball just increases tenfolds. That was a desperate dive. Bakmal Shehzad brushed his gloves And with third man up and Khalid at short third man, that was always going to be for Sagir. Has bowled well, just that he's been a touch unlucky. Flirting with danger at the moment. Asif is ready to go for it. Oh, he's got another edge this time. 2 in 2 deliveries behind the wicket keeper. This time a little bit more farther from him. And 4 more runs. They race to 31 after the completion of 2 overs. What a start this for Bousher Busters. They've had some luck going their way as well. And they've accumulated the runs. In the last over, as many as 3 fours were scored as well of Sagir. And just the right man to take control of proceedings. Jasim Ilahi has been introduced with his leg cutters. There you can see it takes the pace off it. Oh, this could be close. Khalid deciding not to throw but stare at the batter.
Yes, not the quickest of fielders, but definitely gives his 100%, Khalid Rashid. Meanwhile, Jasim Ilahi, decent economy of 8. No ball signalled. Has it? Yes. Well, everything happening on that delivery. First of all, overstepping from Jasim, and then an unusual shot, a sweep of a fast bowler. And it's gone the distance as well. 4 more, and they've got another license to go for a big shot. It's a free hit.
Toying with the bowling at the moment, playing with the field. Now that's a clear no ball. Very good call as well. Mr. Balakrishnan, you will have to be careful. The ball is flying all around the Oman Cricket Academy at the moment. This time Rauf getting into the act.
Slower delivery, and he's managed to play that into the hands of the fielder. Directed. Could have been very, very dramatic and tragic for Rauf. But not to be. He's safe. They get a single, but that's good bowling from Jasim. Bowled a slower delivery and deceived the batter.
Oh yes, didn't quite get to the middle of it over there. Haitham Bahar with that throw, very unconventional. He should have gone for the normal throw to create any kind of an opportunity. A direct hit would have kept them very interested. Nicely bowled this time around the corridor of uncertainty. I'll tell you what, the batting side has taken the power play, but they've not been able to capitalize, and this has been a very fine over. After 31 runs have been conceded in the first 2, Jasim is just pulling things back for Azaiba 11 at the moment. Nicely bowled.
Good delivery, good comeback from Jasim. We've seen in the last few games, Jasim has been really effective. He's mixing the deliveries up really nicely. And he's got a very lethal Yorker. Very difficult to play those if he gets them right. So he's an important, vital cog in that bowling lineup for Azaiba 11. And if he continues to do and perform the way he is, Azaiba will reach definitely into the top 4.
Plays it to backward point. I just feel this has been a very important over for Azaiba, because the decision to take the batting power play may just have not gone as planned, because they've just controlled proceedings and conceded only 7 runs at the moment.
There he goes for the Yorker again. And this time he finds the fielder. No chance for a run on that occasion. A rare dot ball. Overall, a good over from Jasim in the context of the game. 3 overs gone, 38 for no loss.
Abdul Rauf and Asif Khan opening the innings. Prithvi Machi dropping himself to number 3. Shubha Paul as well can go and bat. Bilal Mohammad more of a pacer. Sufia Mahmood will be eager to promote himself in that batting order. There's Adnan Suleri as well. Fawad Ali too can hit the big hits. So there's enough batting left for Bousher Busters. So when in trouble, you call the youngest member of your squad. And that's Khalid Rashid. He's been tidy in this tournament. He's got wickets in the last game, as many as 3. A very, very smart operator at an economy of 8.75. Wonderful. 4 wickets for him in 5 games. By far, he's been very impressive. Age may not be on his side, but he's bringing in all the experience and expertise. Swept this time straight to fine leg. They'll steal a single.
Yes, Khalid Rashid, an experienced campaigner. He knows his strengths and weaknesses. And he's a very thinking and smart bowler. Of course, all that experience culminates into him being a very, very interesting bowler. Delivers the goods for Azaiba. Swept, and this time up and over the fielder. The last time it was in the hands of the square leg fielder. This time he does one better. Plays it up and over. Clears the 30-yard circle and gets 4 runs. 4's number 222 of the tournament.
Yes, guilty of just straying down the leg. And once it went over fine leg, it was always going to be 4. This is the danger Rauf and Asif can bring to the opposition. They are so strong up front. Tossed up this time, picked up as well, and it sails towards the side screen region. Another very, very good shot. In fact, towards the LED board, beg your pardon. Abdul Rauf just goes with the angle this time and the extension of arms to get 6 more.
That's a good shot. Again, a poor delivery from Khalid Rashid. It was in the slot, and with the kind of form Rauf is in, he's not going to miss those. He clears his front leg and tonks it towards cow corner for a 6. So an expensive over in progress from Khalid. And that pressure takes a toll on the experienced Khalid as well. This time he darts one down the leg side. Has to come up with a plan. He can't be bowling with that angle on the middle and leg because that's the shorter part of the boundary. Easy pickings for the batsman. He needs to make them play on the offside and make them play towards the bigger part of the boundaries.
Again down the leg side. And they steal a single as well. That's a wayward throw. Will they look for the second? Balushi will be backing that up. I tell you what, Khalid Rashid needs to be bowling to his field at the moment. Just too wayward. And they get to 50 as well in the 4th over. 21 deliveries it took for the Bousher Busters to get to their 52 runs. Deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on in position. Taken on the full. They'll steal another single. This is a very fine cricket here by Bousher Busters. We've seen Khalid do a little bit of football. This time Balushi as well decides to get that right foot in time. What a start here for Bousher Busters. And the pitch has only gotten better with each passing day. Oh, he picks that up once again. Has he found the fielder? Yes, he has. Khalid gets his man. All he does is give a very, very subtle stare back at him as they get the first breakthrough. Rauf has to depart. He hit that well, but only to find the fielder in deep square leg.
Well, one shot too many from Rauf. He had got the runs in the over. That was not in the slot. It was shorter in length. He's pulled that but found the fielder. And that's a very good catch. It's not easy to be taking those low catches, flat catches coming at you. And you're running onto your right. But very well done there by Bahir. So Abdul Rauf, after scoring a quick fire 20, walks back. Bousher Busters, 53 for 1. Adnan Suleri, the man at number 3, has been promoted again. One of the experienced players for Bousher Busters. Has won them a few games in the D20 edition. Hasn't fired so far in the D10 format. This man is definitely on fire. Got that wicket. and will be beaming with confidence. And suddenly you see that there's a slower delivery. He's not afraid to flight the ball. And a dot ball. You can see fire in his eyes and you can see an attitude in his walk. 4 overs gone, 54 for 1.
Four bowlers used by Azaiba 11. Only one tasting success in the last over, where they got the big wicket of Abdul Rauf Ataullah. Khalid Rashid so often comes and breaks partnerships and slows proceedings in the middle. Very, very good team. Azaiba 11 come back very strong. Haitham Bahar, watch out for him. He's going to keep things tight. Don't go by those numbers. Just one wicket and an economy of 9. He's been very impressive in the last few games and has kept things very tidy. He'll be up against a very senior member, Adnan Ilyas. Once again, just getting that ball. Late movement. And the fielding too needs to pick up. He should have collected that clean and had a shy at the stumps. So Azaiba 11 have decided to just slow proceedings in the middle at the moment. Very nice delivery.
Well, it only takes an over or two to make a comeback in this format. And I think that over, of course, was a little bit costly, but Azaiba 11 won't mind that. That's a good delivery from Haitham. Goes for the Yorker. A wild throw. And luckily, it's just a single. And it's not costed them too much. But yes, that one over has definitely given them some hope and some momentum to get back into this game. A wicket, and that was an important wicket of Abdul Rauf.
And this is where they should stop these singles as well, not allow them to rotate strike. This is releasing pressure. Nicely bowled once again. Change of pace. The length as well was altered. Ilyas was looking to tee off, was looking to come into that zone to play a big hit. Now that's what Haitham Bahar has done. He's mixed his deliveries extremely well in the depth within the first 5 overs as well. So Bousher Busters, after a fine start, have just not been able to continue with that momentum. Taken on the full, hit straight past the bowler. Nicely fielded. Very good cricket all round.
That's right. Everything right. Good ball, good shot, and well fielded as well. So Haitham, in his 4 deliveries, has just given away 3 runs, and this is brilliant bowling performance from Haitham. Can he finish off well is the question. 2 more deliveries to go. Can he get those Yorkers right? Bowls a slower delivery. Brilliantly done again. Smart bowling. He's mixing it up. They're looking for 2 and will get them. This is poor fielding. They need to show a lot more intent in the field, Azaiba 11. Because if this partnership brews slowly, Bousher Busters will get back in the game.
Absolutely. Releasing the pressure this time. He had to construct this shot. He took his chance as well. Short and wide. He's picked that from outside off. Has he found the fielder? Falls between them. They'll have to settle for a single. It's a pretty decent start here by Haitham Bahar. Only 6 runs off his first over. 5 gone at the halfway stage. Bousher Busters 60 for 1. Fine start here by Bousher Busters. They have the wickets in the hand at the moment. Azaiba 11 clawing their way back into the game. Very interesting next 5 overs, and to take you through all of it, it's going to be Suhas Wedam and Ashok Purohit.
Thank you very much, Mikhail. 3 boundary riders on the onside here. And looks like the length is going to be slightly short then. No, he's instead gone for full. Very warm welcome, Mr. Ashok.
Very good afternoon, Suhas. Interesting cricket all around. Some good strokes, some good bowling, good fielding, good catches being taken. So it's been a good start to the day.
Oh, it's a terrific start indeed. For Bousher Busters, the fact that Prithvi did not come out today because he's struggling a little bit with his form, that has worked today, isn't it?
Quite true. Ataullah gave them a good start along with Asif. That's a wide ball there by Sagir. Already conceded quite a few runs in his opening over. Sagir has to do the ball again. This time Adnan cuts it, but straight to backward point. Gets a hand to the ball, and they take a quick couple.
Absolutely, Mr. Ashok. One thing that has stood out today, apart from the boundary hitting, is the running between the wickets, isn't it? They are looking for the second run at all times. What that does is even a single suddenly becomes a little stuttery, and people start to convert it into 2 because the fielder is under pressure while collecting it.
The intent is good by the batters. A better ball this time, a Yorker length. Adnan does it nice, digs it straight to the bowler, who does well to stop the ball there.
This is terrific fielding indeed. He has stopped a very invaluable single. Had he let it go through, yes, there was a second line of defense in long off, but that would have been at least a single then. That's hit really well. He's got his favourite areas plugged. Adnan loves to go leg side as well. Oh, very experienced there, Adnan.
Quite an experienced stroke player. Has been known to hit sixes at will. Very experienced campaigner, Adnan Ilyas.
Long off was slightly wide. That'll allow an easy single, but he's quick to get there though. Long off.
Adnan comes from a family of cricket. He's got his younger brother also playing for the national team. He's done exceedingly well, Akib Ilyas. So this is a family of siblings who have done a lot for Oman cricket, contributed a lot over the decades.
Yeah, Akib Ilyas, what a tremendous cricketer he is. We are praying for his speedy recovery. We'll take it on the bounce. There will be another single. That single will end the over as well. 6 gone, 67 for 1. Six overs gone, 67 for 1. Along with cricket, we can have kite flying as well. You love this kind of breeze, don't you?
Absolutely. Quite a strong one here. Bowlers not in a position to exploit that, and this is a full toss. Hit very hard, but lands in a no man's land.
Time and again we're seeing, Mr. Ashok, that full tosses are the ones that are not dispatched. I think even within full toss there comes another category. Comfortable height, not so comfortable height. This one was in middle. Had he middled it, would have travelled the distance very easily. He's dragging it from outside off as well. He's got all the shots in the book there, Asif.
Quite a wild slog here by Asif. Taking the ball from the off, hitting it towards the fine leg, square leg, sorry. Gets a single there. That's the dugout.
It's a cross-seam delivery coming up. And from the back of the hand as well, or the side of the hand, the umpire as well to get away from the firing line. You talk about cricket, you talk about picking up the bat and saying, I am a batter, I need good balance. What about an umpire? He needs good balance too.
Absolutely, the second time in the day, this time. This is a slow ball. Flex it past the square leg. Bala does well to duck the on-rushing delivery.
No, that's hit well, but there is a fielder in the deep. Again, favourite areas of Asif have been plugged, hence all those boundary balls are being curtailed to a single ball or maximum 2 runs.
One thing good, Suhas, is the bowler is bowling to his fielding. So you have seen only singles being taken. Impressive bowling there by Haitham.
He's taking it on the up. This could be trouble. And it has carried, but has he botched it up?
He has. In fact, he was late to start for the catch. He knew the ball was up in the air for quite some time. He had all the time to come forward, but waited for the ball and then went for a dive, and that's where it went wrong.
You have to feel for Haitham. This should have been taken. He's created this opportunity after 4 singles. And he's created another one here. Will this be taken though? But no, this won't. Comparatively the difficult one. And that'll mean 2 more runs conceded. It's not going Azaiba's way. 7 overs gone, 74 for 1.
Asif Khan going strong at 38 of just 20. Abdul Rauf, the batter who went back, caught Bahabul Khalid for 20 of 12. Adnan going strong 10 of almost run a ball.
That's played really well. We'll get a single though. Oh, he wants a second run. He's taking the second for the throw. Good running in the end, and look how simply he's completed the second one. Asif was in the popping grease. Asif was back when the throw was halfway there. Oh, looks like it's one shot.
But that's poor fielding, Suhas.
All that praise for the second run, and suddenly it's one shot. And that's poor fielding as well. Got to give it to you. Had to be a single. Like this one is. Do you think the game slowed down a little bit? The last 2 overs, only singles and 2s. And Adnan's already faced 13 deliveries, Mr. Shok. And Asif 38 of 20.
I think the slow ballers are working here. The slow balls actually. Khalid, an experienced campaigner, served Oman cricket for long. In comes a full toss, and this time Adnan dispatches it straight to the fielder there. And he has to depart now. Finally a wicket. Finally a wicket there.
Absolutely. Something had to give. Asif knew that singles and 2s could not be the order of the day for a long time. He had to go for the big shot. Once again, the homework was done by Azaiba 11. Didn't get hold of it, this one, and straight down his throat. Didn't have to do much. Good catch in the end. Asif Khan departs for 38. 76 for 2. Sufyan comes to the middle. Sufyan Mahmood, a stalwart indeed. 171.43, that's strike rate. And watch out for the one that he swivels and hits over mid-wicket.
A lot on the shoulders of Sufyan. Khalid picked up already 2 wickets. A better ball again after the wicket delivery. Picks up a single, Sufyan, of the first ball.
Sufyan's off the mark. The whole dugout will breathe easy. Yeah, we've talked about so many youngsters. Here is another one, Khalid. Very young at heart. Having picked up a wicket in 4 balls, he's given away just 3 runs and has picked up a wicket. Well, if you dance down the track to him, Khalid changes the music.
Absolutely. Saw the batter dancing down the pitch, pulled the length of the ball, bowled it very smartly. That's smartness at its best. Just a single there.
Oh, that's hit well. Fielder in the deep. Pouches. This is good catching. Initially moved the wrong way, then still had time to get underneath this one. A flash in the pan for Sufyan. Just 1 on the board for him.
Khalid Rashid absolutely on fire today. Not letting the batters go for big hits. Picks up his 3rd wicket. Fantastic bowling there by Khalid, the experienced campaigner. Here you could see the fall of the wicket. Goes for a big one and lands it safely in the big bucket hands of the fielder there. Arslan, the catcher.
Arslan Bashir completes a good catch. Sufyan Mahmood, an early exit for him. 78 for 3. Full toss. He's launched this one. Fielder in the deep would not be in business. Could have taken this one as well. The catching has been a mixed bag today for Azaiba 11. This would have been a very important catch, especially because Bousher Busters, after a good start and a good recovery, were looking for more runs. A wicket at this time would have been a bigger blow for Bousher. Not to be. In fact, it's gone for 6.
Quite a contrast there. A ball before you see a good catch, and the next ball you see a simple catch being conceded.
He's got to keep changing it up, isn't it? Especially with the first ball having gone for 6. Jasim's been a little unlucky as well. That could have been taken.
Sagir. Shubha Paul, the new batter. Right hand diminutive batter.
Yeah, his stature looks very similar to Suraj, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. And they both are good on the field. The ground fielding, Shubha on the outfield has been excellent with some terrific catches so far. And Suraj behind the wickets is always chirpy and picks up some brilliant catches.
He's taking the pace of this one as well. And Adnan's found the gap. Oh, this is where all his experience comes into play. He was waiting for the slower delivery, did not charge, and gets it in the gap beautifully for 4. 12 of the over with 2 to go. And no ball signalled. No ball signalled. Free hit coming up. That will continue. He's lost the rhythm in this over here, Jasim. Started with a 6 that should have been a wicket, but after that 5 no balls and now a wide as well.
The free hit remains. After the wide ball, quite a big no ball there. Another wide this time, so the free hit remains for the second successive ball.
Would you believe it? What one boundary does, it rattles the bowler's confidence. He's bowled one down the leg side, one down the offside, one on the offside. The free hit still continuing. This over has been torn apart suddenly with a sixth of the very first ball being conceded. What's this one going to be? The free hit. Adnan waits. Doesn't end cash on the free hit though.
Yes, Adnan has been excellent reading the ball. So he's picked up the slower balls very well. And that's the reason why he could convert those balls into sixes and fours so far.
Shubho will pick up a single and give it to Adnan here. I'm very sure Adnan will be looking to go for boundary of the last ball. But is it going to be another slower delivery from the side of the hand? Fawad's all set to come in. It's a slower delivery indeed, but much better length. Single. And that would mean Adnan will retain strike. 9 overs gone, 1 more to go. 96 for 3, the Bousher Busters.
Imran Mohammad to bowl the last over of the innings. Bousher Busters 96 for 3 after 9 overs. Adnan batting on 26 of just 19. Shubha Paul 2 of 2. Imran has conceded 15 in the first over.
For Adnan, who is going to swing the bat very, very well. The field is such that there's a deep mid-wicket. Short fine legs coming in. Long gone in place. Man in front to square in the deep as well. And he still targets leg side and still succeeds. Adnan is on fire. 30 of 19 now. Or 20. 30 or 20.
That's quite a premeditated shot there by Adnan. Expected the ball to come on the middle and leg. Positioned himself well and then he flicks it down for a much needed boundary over here.
$100 comes up for the Bousher Busters. 9.1 overs. 5 more deliveries to go. Where's this one travelling? Poor delivery. Very well kept. Otherwise that could have been another boundary.
That's a wide. So the pressure on the bowler with the first ball boundary. Strays down the leg side. Quite a easy decision for umpire Bala. Imran.
101 at the moment though. 5 more deliveries to go. They'll be aiming at 110 plus for sure. Why he missed out on this one. Would believe that he's missed out on this. Adnan 9 out of 10 times would have posted this beyond the ropes. He's such a good cricketer.
I think the speed did it in. Adnan was ready for the shot, but I think it came a bit quick. And a late swing there by Imran. That caused problems, and that's what the reason Adnan couldn't go for his shot.
First game, we're already seeing a lot of swing. Well, this one has sneaked through. This one sneaks through. It is perhaps not watertight technique. He was trying for the Yorker the previous time as well. This time not only has it swung, but it's done the trick too.
He has played on there, Adnan. Trying to dig out the Yorker there. Couldn't complete the shot properly. Let the ball hit the stumps, and that means he has to depart after a good 30 of 22. Bousher Busters 101 for 4 with 3 balls to spare. New batter, Fawad Ali, left-hand batter. Imran conceding 20 of 9.
That was a very good delivery indeed. In the end, we realized that he has actually played on. This seems to be the story today for Imran. Ball accurate Yorkers. Let the batters wonder if they've done the right thing by carrying the bat to the crease. Should they have carried a shovel? He's bowling so well that people have to dig it out. It's not easy when it comes at that pace too.
This is the way Adnan had to depart. You could see trying to dig the Yorker, just played on. And that's a good delivery there by Imran.
Trying to be cheeky there, Shubho. This could be trouble at the other end. Shubho, after having tried to play that shot, it took it took a lot of time for him to get settled again, get up, start running, whereas Fawad had already covered most of the yards.
Missed the stumps by a whisker there. Shubho didn't take the start, and that's a very simple run out there. Should have run on the pitch that fast.
Another very good Yorker. What an over this has turned out to be for Imran. The second run is not going unchallenged. Have they completed the second here? And he has made it in the end, the batter. So 2 for the taking, but what a spectacular over this has been from Imran. Yorkers when they matter the most. And pinpoint accuracy granted with those Yorkers. Imran started this innings with the ball in hand, finishes it as well, but finishes on a high. 104 for Bousher Busters, 105 required for Azaiba 11.
That's the story of Bousher Busters, who has scored 104. Asif Khan top scoring with 38, Adnan with 30, Abdul Rauf with 20. The rest of the 4 batsmen couldn't get into the double digits.
Yeah, the engine room fired, and that's where they got to 104. Imran Mohammed picked up a wicket. That was of Adnan Ilyas. Khalid Rashid, watch out for that name. The economy might be on the higher side, so is everyone's. 3 wickets for him, and he turned the game around. So out of the 12 balls he bowled, 3 were fantastic deliveries indeed. Now it's been a good innings for Bousher Busters as well. They got to a psychological 100, but would have wanted a little bit more as Azaiba 11 pulled it back towards the end. The outside edges did go for 4, but then when Rashid was introduced, he wreaked havoc. Initially went for runs, but after that, once he found his mojo, the batters could not clear come what may, picking up 3 important wickets. Adnan provided a good start once again to his innings and a lot of impetus. 1 poor roll over from Jasim meant Adnan can take a lot of confidence from that, but pinpoint accuracy towards the end by Imran meant run scoring was very difficult. Momentum definitely with Azaiba 11. They need 105 in 10 overs. We'll take a short break, and on the other side we have the chase coming up for you.
Good afternoon and welcome back to SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10 match number 17. Bousher Busters versus Azaiba 11. We are coming live from Oman Cricket Academy. Azaiba 11 were bowling first. Bousher Busters won the toss and decided to bat first, and that's how the first innings panned out. 104 is what Bousher Busters have managed to score in their allotted 10 overs. Asif Khan top scoring, 38 of 21. Adnan Suleri also scoring with the bat, 30 of 22 deliveries. In the end, not much fireworks, not much drama, not much action from that Bousher Busters lineup, and they managed to get to 104 for 5. Bowling, well, the pick of the bowlers, the experienced Khalid Rashid, 2 overs, 20 runs and 3 wickets for him. The other successful bowler was Imran Mohammad, who got a wicket. And the second over of Imran Mohammad was also good, to not concede a lot of runs. And that's how Bousher Busters have managed to get to 104 for 5. Right now, it's the two umpires, who are walking out in the middle. Mr. Balasubramaniam with the ball in his hand. So they are walking in tandem, and with me in the comm box, giving me company, is my partner in crime, Ashok Purohit. Good afternoon, Ashok.
Very good afternoon, Shoaib. It's been a very good opening 10 overs. Bousher Busters wanted to go big. They started off well with Asif and Ataullah, but couldn't consolidate after that. Adnan giving a bit of impetus in the later half of the innings, but in the death overs there was a fantastic bowling spell by Azaiba 11 bowlers, and that restricted them to 104.
So who has the advantage right now, Ashok?
I think Azaiba would be having the tails up. They have a good bowling lineup with Bilal Mohammad up front. They've got a good bowling attack, so 104 is something they can defend.
So Bousher Busters, you think, have the advantage? They've got the runs on the board, and if they bowl well, they can win this game. However, for Azaiba to win this game, it is important that their openers fire tonight.
Yeah, one man would be definitely the main obstacle for Bousher Buster, and that's the batter in the frame, Arsalan. He has been in fantastic form, Arslan Bashir.
That's right, Arslan Bashir has been in great form, but this is Akmal Shehzad, the opening batter, number 4 jersey, was also keeping the wickets for Azaiba 11. He has had a very mediocre, very ordinary D10, 5 matches, this is the 5th game, only 7 runs. So not a lot to discuss in that graphic. Meanwhile, Akil is the opener and partner for Akmal Shehzad.
Yes, Akmal and Akil, sorry. They would need to go big in the first power play overs. Bilal to take charge of the bowling. Right arm fast. He has already picked up 5 wickets with a fantastic economy of 6.6. So he is the main threat. They would have to negotiate him, give him respect where he deserves, and go after the loose deliveries.
He is a real threat. That threat is a very important word, well defining. Bilal, threatening bowler, bowls really quick and is not afraid to bowl bouncers. Has a very good Yorker as well. Has been in good form for Bousher Busters. Akmal Shehzad will be facing him. Let's play, says Balasubramanian. And here we go. Ball number 1. Bilal starts off with a wide-ish delivery. And yes, will be called a wide. He will have to bowl that again. Runs on board for Azaiba 11.
Not the way they wanted, but anyway, a single. Strays down the offside. Bilal needs to keep it a much better line. This is how he strayed outside the off. Would like to be a bit more fuller and accurate. This time a better ball, but on the leg. Nicely flicked there for a beautiful looking 4. That was a beautiful shot there. Picked up the ball very well and used the pace of the ball to race it down the boundary line.
Poor delivery from Bilal. Look at that. Straying down the leg side. All Akmal Shehzad had to do was get back to ball. He did that, placed it in the gap, and he's got 4 runs. Good start, positive start for Azaiba 11. Bilal needs to bowl well. His 2 overs are vital for Bousher Busters. He can't be bowling wides and he can't be inconsistent with his line and length.
Quite true, Shoaib.
Slower delivery. This is much better. Mixing it up. Played a little bit too early. Akmal Shehzad finds the fielder, no run.
Much better delivery this time by Bilal. He knew the batter was in a position to hit the ball, but got the slower ball, and a very effective slower ball there by Bilal.
Wild swing, and there is protection in the deep. Azaiba 11 need to play this smartly. They don't want to lose wickets in clusters. 1 boundary and over is what they need, and then singles and doubles will do the job for them.
Quite true, Shoaib. They have to also look for singles, and that would be the key if they're not getting the big shots early on. They got a boundary already in this over and picked up a couple of singles.
That's what we are talking about. Quick singles is important as hitting those big sixes, because what that does, it puts pressure on the bowlers as well. Bowlers don't like being taken for singles, and if singles keep coming in, the bowlers are forced to try something different. That's where they might bowl a loose delivery and the batters might get an opportunity to score runs as well. So the fielders are on the circle, and I think because of the power play overs, they are made to be on the circle so that boundaries are not conceded, and I think that's the right thing to do.
This time goes for a wild swing, gets an inside edge. Ball trickles to the third man, just a single. Bilal keeping it tight after conceding the boundary. Just singles.
That was a leg by, so not off the bat, but 1 run will be added to the total. Has been a good over so far, barring that 1 ball which was sprayed down the leg side. Bilal has come back to his original length. Can he finish off well? Can he make this over a successful over for Bousher Busters? We'll find that out. Well, slower delivery and rightly punished. So not a great over for Bousher Busters. That last ball is always very important. Akil manages to play it up and over in that square leg region for a 4. First over done. Azaiba 11 are 12 for no loss.
Pace attack from both the ends. Fawad Ali to come from Oman LNG end. Bilal Mohammed completed his first over conceding 11. Akmal picking up 5. Akil picking up 5. A wide and extra. Fawad Ali left arm medium fast. He's picked up 5 wickets with a costly economy of 11.12. But he has been among wickets. That has been the key. He's gone for runs, but he has picked up wickets at crucial intervals. In comes Fawad. Bowls a Yorker length. Does well, and it's
Shubhopal, the fielder, was he? No, he wasn't. If a catch is being dropped, it cannot be Shubhopal. He's an excellent fielder. This is Sid Mehta who dropped that. Let's look at that in the replay. A low full toss, wanted to flick it. Fielder coming underneath it. Easy catch. This should have been taken. Well, it can't get easier than this. And suddenly, he's been asked to come inside the circle. Not the greatest of days for Sid Mehta.
That's a quick single, and that's smart matting there by Akmal and Akil. The sitter dropped by Sid had all the time to pouch the catch, had the ball in his hand and it lobbed out, went again for that, but grasped it.
Number 3 batsman. Akil and Akmal opening the innings. A low full toss has been played straight to the fielder. He will be dejected with himself, Akil. That was a ball to be hit. A juicy full toss. Let's see that dropped catch once again. It was a simple take. Regulation catch. You can't be blaming the lights. There are no lights. And Sid Mehta making a mess of it.
Fawad bowls a better ball this time, but the batters managed to steal a single there. Good batting there. They have not been able to convert boundaries, go for the big hits, but have been taking singles regularly, keeping the scoreboard ticking. That's important.
Yes, they have a target in place, so they can approach it in a certain way. They don't have to go all guns blazing. They don't have to hit every ball out of the park. Singles and doubles and an odd boundary with a few extras and a few dropped catches will take them through. Field change for Akmal. In the slot, high up in the air, will not cross the 30-yard circle. Two fielders converging and both of them are not able to take that catch. That's another poor effort in the field from Bousher Busters. Fawad is not a happy man. He doesn't know what he needs to do to take wickets. The only way I think he can is by bowling on the stumps and getting the batsman bowled or LBW. Catchers, fielders are not helping in any way whatsoever.
This is the replay of the catch. Dropped. Both the players converging, but no one getting a hand to it. Poor fielding there. Couple of dropped catches. Already so early in the innings.
Another low full toss and adding insult to injury. Catch drops and then a boundary of that ball. Fawad Ali is fuming at the moment. End of the over as well with that boundary. 2 overs gone. 21 for no loss.
So even full over there by Fawad. You had a boundary, you had a couple of drop catches. Fans coming in to watch action. There are 4 matches lined up. This is the first match of the day. Prithvi Shah coming in, the skipper. So after the first over of Bilal, Prithvi has come into the attack. He has picked up just 2 wickets in the 5 matches. An economy of 8.38. Not having wickets, but has been having a good economy. An eventful over there, Shoaib.
a lot happening in that over. 2 dropped catches and then a boundary as well. Azaiba 11, both the batters have got a life. They've gotten a chance. They need to make full use of it. Wanted to play that fine. Good start from Prithvi.
He kept it tight outside the off. Akmal going for the cut. Fails to connect. Well kept there by wicketkeeper.
Rocked on the back foot. Played it towards the long on fielder, Sufyan Mahmood. Normally he is a gun fielder. He doesn't drop a lot of catches. But on that occasion earlier in the previous over, he had no clue whatsoever. He didn't even reach the ball. Completely misjudged the catch.
Yes, quite true there. That's a wide ball there by Prithvi. Nowhere. Almost missing the pitch.
Swept but straight to the fielder, and 1 run will be added to the total. That's the boundary of the last ball of the previous over. A low full toss, clearing his front feet and playing it in the gap towards the extra cover for 4. Hit hard but will find the fielder.
Yeah, good thinking there by the batters. They are targeting the bowlers, playing to the merit of the ball. Picking up singles, 25 in the third over, chasing 105 to win. This time again a good cut there by Akil. Gets a single.
Prithvi likes to finish his overs quickly. If you look at him, he's running back to his bowling mark. He likes to finish off his overs, doesn't like to give a lot of time to the batter, and this has been a good over so far. Just 5 runs off it. Last ball, another full toss, another premeditated shot, and a wild throw. No damage done, just a single to end the over. So a very good over from Prithvi Machi. Azaiba 11 after 3 overs are at 27 without loss.
No damage done in the chase for Azaiba. Akmal and Akil batting at 12 each. 27 for no loss after 3 overs. Fans coming in good numbers here. Some interesting matches lined up here.
Sufyan Mahmood has been brought into the attack. He's had a great run so far in fan code D10. Economy of 6.88, 5 matches. This is his 5th game. He's already taken 6 wickets. And as we discussed, he's got a knack of taking wickets. A man with the golden arm for Bousher Busters. And I think this is perfect place, perfect timing for him to come out and bowl. They need a wicket desperately, Bousher Busters.
Strong onside. And this has been flicked for a boundary there. Straying down the line, Sufyan. First ball has been dispatched for a boundary there by Akmal.
On the pads, easy pickings. Not the greatest of starts from Sufyan. Quicker delivery. And 4 more for Azaiba. With that angle, you need to have a fine leg fielder who is really fine. Now he's got that short fine fielder. Again going for that sweep over the keeper's head. Ball will win the race. No, it won't. It's touched the boundary ropes. That's a very ordinary fielding from Flurry. Should have been stopped, but the intent was not there. So another 4 back-to-back boundaries for Akmal Shehzad. Looks close, big appeal. A wild throw, everything happening here. We'll have to wait. I think it was pitching outside leg.
Yeah, Sufyan this time beats the batter. Height could be an issue there.
Very good appeal there, very good shout from Sufyan. Looked very close. Again a slower delivery, and he's played that fine. Boundaries, and this time won't go all the way. Bilal does well to stop it just before the ropes. But that's another good shot from Akmal Shehzad.
Nice fielding by Bilal. Certainly saves 2 runs there. Goes for a switch hit.
That was a scoop. Slow delivery. This is a much better line outside off. If you're bowling through that angle, you need to keep bowling onto the off stump. If you bowl on the legs, it's easy pickings for the batter. Overall, still a decent over. He's given away 7 runs only.
Sufyan keeping tight in the corridor. Last ball of the over. Sufyan bowls a slow ball. Quick run there taken. End of the over. Azaiba 11, 35 without loss after 4 overs.
Four overs gone. Azaiba 11:35 for no loss. It's a weekend here in Muscat, Oman. And if you're watching us on your screens, and if you are in Oman, what you can do is you can head straight to Oman Cricket Academy and watch the game live through your own eyes. Of course, you'll miss our commentary, but I think it'll be worth coming in and witnessing the game live, all the action, all the players. Meanwhile, Prithvi Machi continues, and a sweep being played by Akil. Another run added to the total. Azaiba 11 have not lost a wicket. Yes, they have given chances, but Bousher Busters have not been able to take those chances. The catches have been dropped, and their fielding has been very ordinary.
Good batting there by Azaiba 11 openers. This time goes for a big one. Connects it well, but there is a fielder on the boundary. 2 runs taken. Azaiba 11 moves to 38. What's been interesting has been that they have gone for the hits as well as picked up singles at regular interval.
A reverse sweep this time. He middles it nice and has played that towards the point region. Very good shot from Akmal. This is a sign of a batsman who's well set, who's reading the ball well off the pitch. And that will definitely put pressure on Prithvi Machi. Look at that shot. Premeditated and does well to clear the infield. 1 bounce into the boundary ropes for 4.
This time a better delivery. Wide of the off stump. Just a single. Both the batters confidently picking up runs. Azaiba 11:43, chasing 105 to win. Skipper Prithvi conceding already 14 runs. This time another single. And Azaiba 11 slowly moving towards the target at the halfway stage. One more ball for Prithvi to complete the team's 5th over. Better ball, but this time he goes big and it's such a clean hit straight to the fielder. Shubho Paul doesn't miss those catches, and a very well taken catch.
Finally a breakthrough for Bousher Busters, and it's Prithvi Machi, the skipper, who does the job for his team. Akmal playing another glory shot, playing it high and handsome in the air, but does not get the distance. Shubho Paul waiting for that ball, takes a good catch, and the first victim of Azaiba 11 is Akmal Shehzad. Hasn't timed it too well and finds the fielder. Shubho Paul is the best fielder, one of the best you can say, in Bousher Busters. Akmal Shehzad walking back, 26 of 19, Azaiba 11, 44 for 1.
Five overs gone, 44 for 1. It's been a very eventful 5 overs indeed. Lovely to join you in the combo box, Mr. Ashok. What do you reckon? 5.1, 45 for 1?
They are on course, Suhas. They look to be well on course, on target, chasing 105 to win. A crucial breakthrough in the last over, but the man in form here, Arslan Bashir, is at the crease, has already scored 215 runs at a fantastic strike rate of 191.96. He is the man to be dismissed.
Well, it's a very good delivery. It's a very, well, white ball signaled. The slower ball bouncer, I thought he executed it to perfection. The height will be checked again.
Height certainly was not the right one. A good decision there by umpire.
True, the height will be checked again only by us here in the com box, isn't it? Yeah, the umpire was absolutely sure. White ball signaled right away. Oh, this is good bowling. He's mixing it up wonderfully. One was the short delivery, which was eventually given a wide. This time right up there in the block hole.
Right on the money. Fawad has been excellent with his Yorkers, and he needs to come up with some more of those if he has to keep Arslan quiet. Akil on strike. Arslan picks up a single, opens his account. Azaiba 11, 47 for 1.
This time gets underneath this one, but still the protection's there in the deep. Fawad's bowling to a plan and a field.
Quite true. He is actually bowling to the field. He is set for Arslan and Akil.
Arslan needs to come good for Azaiba 11. He's the man in form. He's the man who's done it time and again for Azaiba 11. Gets them into good winning positions. Then serves it to the middle order to try and finish it off. Today, can he do that extra bit as well? straight down the ground is a better option, especially with the ball being pitched in that region. Wants to come back for the second run, but would be very risky indeed. Fawad as well. The slower deliveries are working too. Fawad's really worked on his bowling.
And fielding. Stops the second run of his own bowling. Runs quite a few yards. Ensures that there is not a second run taken there. Very good cricket all round here at the Oman Cricket Academy ground.
Mr. Ashok, are you happy with the way the pitch has behaved so far? We've seen about 15 overs of play over on this track.
Absolutely.
First it was swing a little bit of deviation. Now there is less deviation. What's happening?
Still a good pitch to bat on. This time single. Fawad keeping very tight line and length, not giving the batters much of room to swing their arms.
He's bowling exactly according to his field, isn't it? Even though the batter was down the track, kept it a little wide so that the batter had to reach out for it, loses his balance, and in the process doesn't find the gap. There is Shubho in the deep, and Shubho is one fielder who can run very quickly on either side. He's one of the best in the side for Bousher Busters. Azaiba 11 in this over are still searching for that boundary. Oh, that's a poor ball. Or is it? It's got something on its way. The arms of the umpire stayed down. That means it is a legal delivery. There's something thinking to do here for Rakil as well. Aslan cannot believe it. 6 overs gone, 51 for 1.
Change coming right arm over.
Bilal Mohammad brought into the attack. Full toss, and that's not been exploited there by the batter.
This required rate is not going to creep down by itself. They need to target the first 2 balls, especially of every over, so that they can dictate terms from there on. Azaiba 11, 6 overs 50. 6.1, 51 for 1.
This is the ball. Almost on waist high. Just a single. Azaiba 11, 51 for 1 in the 7th over. Bilal Mohammad steaming in from comp box end. Bowls another full toss, and that's been dispatched to a boundary. The ball races.
Cheeky as it gets. Just had to help it on its way. Bilal's biggest strength is pace, and that's been used against him here because he's wayward.
Absolutely true. Bad ball, I would say, on the legs, and it's been dispatched for a much needed boundary.
Can he pull things back here, Bilal? Needs to keep it outside off. That's much better delivery though. The batter was trying to give himself room. Bilal was trying to cut that shot.
Quite a quicker one this time, and that's what Bilal has, his strength. He can bowl, generate much good pace on these wickets, and that's what he did in this previous delivery. So field for Akil Khan, 4 man in the inside circle, 4 on the off.
The middle stump has gone for a walk. Accuracy at its best. A delivery that he was trying for a while now gets it right, and the batter doesn't even want to look back.
What a beauty of a ball there. Bilal comes up with a good ball there, beats the batter completely, going for an expansive cover drive, not in the line of the ball, and Akil Mohammad has to depart. Clean bowled by Bilal Mohammad, 19 of 16, Azaiba 11, 56 for 2 after 6.4 overs.
.56 for 2. Hayden comes to the middle. Hatim Bahir, 193.33. That's strike rate. Can talk the ball a long way indeed. He's a very handy cricketer. Cross seam delivery coming up. Is he targeting the middle of the middle stump? Again. This was quick. This was definitely quick. This was audacious to appeal though. Was going down the leg side. Bilal knew it, still went through with it. Leg by signaled. Now this is why Hathim's there in the middle in the first place. That's because the middle stump went for a walk. Was trying to create room for himself. Akil has been trying to do that all through the over. This time you miss, I hit.
Peach of a delivery there. Accuracy at its best.
Much better. Really well dealt with too. He's going for a single as well, and they'll get it. Good cricket all around. Especially if you've snuck a single against Prithvi. Why not? 7 overs gone. 58 for 2.
Both the openers back in the dugout. Akmal Shehzad caught Shubho, bowled Prithvi Machi for 26. Akil Mohammad clean bowled by Bilal, 19 of 16. Wicket takers Bilal and Prithvi, 1 for 18, 1 for 15. Azaiba 11, 58 for 2. Chasing 105 to win.
I think the Bousher Busters have done well. They picked up the first wicket for 44. That was a long time. And then the second one comes rather quickly at 56. Sufyan Mahmood, he's got to believe that he can provide the breakthrough as he so often has done for his side when it matters the most. Some of the terrific performances include 4 wickets for just 10.
He's known to be a partnership breaker. Let's see if he manages to break this partnership, which is just started to be stitched.
This is a big fish. Arslan, who's now picked up a single. And even Sufyan knows that Arslan is a man in form. Arslan is the man who's bailed Azaiba 11 out of poor situations.
He would need to come up with another big innings over here. Arslan, Bashir. Haytham taking the guard, facing Sufyan for the first time.
The problem for Haytham here is he knows that it's going to be a slower delivery, but is not in great touch. And it's going to be difficult to hit the ball into the stands from the word go. But the situation demands him to do so. It's already creeping up the required rate. With every single, even more so.
With the number of slow balls Sufyan bowls, at times it becomes very evident. The batters have started reading him. But this time again a very nice slow ball. Just a single there.
Very good delivery. Now that is the main motive of Sufyan. Angle at which he attacks. The ball goes further away from the righty. If he doesn't get it right, then there is a chance of the top edge as well. He's going across here, Mr. Ashok. And this one kept a little low too. Abdul Rauf's a very good keeper. He was ready to whip the bails off in case Arslan's foot misbehaved. This one's from the better part of the bat, and this one is flying. Sufyan gets it wrong. Arslan gets it from the middle. The tussle continues.
This is what Arslan brings in. Power, absolute power in his forearms. And what a clean hit. Goes on his one knee and dispatches it over the long on boundary. Fantastic batting there by Arslan. Sufyan back. A better ball this time, a slow one, but this time it's gone high in the air. Fielder coming down and he's picked it. What a catch by Fawad. Fantastic catch to dismiss the man in form.
Arslan gone. Arslan turns out to be a flash in the pan today. This catch would be very important when they look back at it. Fawad completes a very good catch indeed. Had to cover a lot of ground and do so quickly. The slower delivery once again from Sufyan Mahmood, not deterring him from bowling another slow one after being hit away for 6. Fawad completes a good catch. And that means it's Sufyan who has the last laugh. 15 of 10 for Arslan, 66 for 3 Azaiba.
Wicket to wicket.
Sufyan bowls after picking up the wicket of Arslan Bashir. How many occasions Sufyan has broken partnerships, picked up the big fish. Azaiba 11, 67 for 3 after 8 overs.
देख
ये है
Bousher Busters tightening the noose there. Azaiba 11 required 38 of 12 balls. Haitham on strike for 2. The new batter Sagir.
This has to be the biggest over for them. Oh, he's just played it on. He had moved across so much that, well, he did get it from the middle of the bat, but he struck it to the stumps. This is very difficult to do as well as a batter, because he's not disturbed all of them. He's just disturbed one.
That's poor batting there.
Even the bowler is wondering, I did not bowl it wicket to wicket. Nonetheless, Baher is back in the hut. Asif Khan can do nothing wrong today. 4 gone for 67.
Usman Haider, the stand-in captain for today's match. Azaiba 11 in deep trouble, 67 for 4.
In the air, and Fawad cannot get there. What a start for Usman. What a way to announce your arrival. The captain tongs one and gets it to go the distance.
They need quite a few of these. The captain playing a good shot here. Fawad almost pouching it from the air.
Tried his level best there, Fawad. Extension of his left arm, praying that it sticks. But it got just enough elevation, Usman, to get it away for 6. More protection in the deep of the offside. Sid Mehta for the inside out shot. Missed it completely this time around, Usman. They can't afford to have dot deliveries.
Quite true.
Azaiba 11.
Run rate creeping up. Better ball this time. It's been dispatched straight to the fielder back at extra cover. Adnan there.
Yes. Had to target the leg side, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry. That was deep backward square.
Adnan preferring an underarm throw. That's hit straight, and that is that hit well enough. Though if he does converge, and one of them does well. For a moment, they were battling not just the ball trying to get to the boundary, but one of their fielders as well. Azaiba 11, the equation's getting tighter with every ball not having an appointment with the rope.
Hit very hard. 2 fielders converging, and then finally had to use the foot. A bit of footy there.
He's striking it very, very hard, but Asif Khan's got the fielders in the right position, and looks like he's also got the right fielders in the right position. 9 overs gone, 77 for 1, 28 required of the last over.
Hey!
28 required of 6 balls. Usman's got a 6 under his belt, and that'll make Azaiba feel a little bit more hopeful. Sakir's 3 of 2. Sakir doesn't get the distance, will be a single. Now this is a very important delivery. This needs to go the distance. Usman's already shown a glimpse of getting a sixer. Now can he get it even further to try and send a statement?
Yes, the single wouldn't have bothered. And the fielders on the ropes.
Leg side field in the deep's already packed. He was walking away, so it'll be considered a dead ball, and he does so at the right time. What he's technically also done is also understood if that particular way of release from flurry happens again, and this is how the ball will turn into me. He is targeted the leg side and cleared with ease. Oh, there are 3 men on the leg side, but that doesn't deter him on going with the spin on the leg, because he believes that he can clear more often than not. Usman still in the hunt.
Absolutely stunning shot. Clears the field very easily. Timed it perfectly.
One of our camera persons, Azhar, doubles up as a fielder. He was more concerned about the tripod and the lens on that camera, not the equation. Didn't get it from the middle of the bat. Will that be taken? Put down. Put down by one of the best in the business. Still, Bousher Busters wouldn't mind that single because Usman's off strike. And Sagir is yet to show a glimpse of clearing the rope. They should have been taken.
Yes, a sitter, another sitter being grasped.
I tell you what, you should definitely take that catch if you're that fielder. Also because you come in the way of the skipper trying to take it. And skipper's any day a better fielder. He's messed this one up. Rauf hasn't made a mistake in 3 games. Today is the first one. Sagir was throwing the kitchen sink at it, missed it completely. Flurry is bowling beautifully, slowing things down when it matters. Another good ball, and with that being a single, it could mean trouble for Azaiba 11.
very tight over by Flory. Been given the responsibility to bowl the last over. The first time he has been brought into the attack, and he has done so far very well.
Requires a lot of confidence, isn't it? Requires a lot of confidence to be bowling the last over. But of course, he had a cushion of 27. Flurry. This Chinaman packs a punch. So does Usman. That might go the distance. It is 6, but that 6 is customary. That 6 is consolation. Because Azaiba 11 falls short by 13 runs. Bousher Busters have realized they've got enough on the board when they had a bat in hand. A good victory for Prithvi Machi and Co. And much needed.
Absolutely. Azaiba 11 restricted to 92 for 4, chasing 105 to win. That's been clinical bowling by Bousher Busters. Some poor shot selection by Azaiba 11 batters. Bousher Busters winning the match by 12 runs, keeping their good run.
Azaiba 11 will go back to the drawing board, would be thinking if Saghir would have connected a couple, then this equation would have been breached. This equation would have been tamed not to be today. Rauf and Usman, you could see the camaraderie as well after the game ends. Not during the game though.
Something which is a treat to the eyes when you see players of both the camps sharing such camaraderie.
Yes, the handshakes will begin after a very well hard-fought game. Khalid, the man for Azaiba 11, was terrific with the ball in hand, picked up 3 wickets and 3 important wickets. Not enough, as we could see in the end, as his batters were unable to get to the total. The team falls short by 13 and Bousher Buster win by 12.
A happy lot there, Bousher Busters. The experienced campaigners there, Adnan, Sufyan.
And the youngsters like Fawad who've done the trick. Azaiba 11, 26 for Akmal Shehzad, 19 for Akil Mohammed. One of those twos after getting a start had to continue. Aslan Bashir fell early today and then the team collapsed. 2 of 4, a run a ball 5 for Saghir. Usman's header's brilliance towards the end with a 20 of just 6 balls wasn't enough on the day.
Wicket takers were Bilal, Prithvi, Sufyan and Asif. Sufyan picking up 1 for 17. Picking up the crucial wicket of Aslan Bashir. That was the danger man for Bousher Busters. Bousher Busters started off giving away quick runs to the Azaiba 11 batters, but this was the first dismissal. Few more runs coming off the edges.
Yeah, terrific indeed was Bilal with that pinpoint middle stump lying dead. Sufyan Mahmood bowled a slower delivery. First got hit for a 6, the second one didn't travel the distance. Fawad with a fantastic catch. He played on and he played on in a way that he never would want to in his entire life. Him tried his best there. Fawad with that extension of the left hand, but the ball travelled. Usman was a glimmer of hope, but even he could not tame this equation as there was too much to do in the end. Despite those sixes, Azaiba fell short by 12. At least 12 runs. Yeah, Bousher Busters won by 12, so 13 was for Azaiba. Bousher Busters 104 for 5 in their 10 overs. Asif Khan's 38 very handy. Adnan Sulheri's 30 of 22 was a binding innings. Khalid bowled really well for his 3 wickets, and Imran Mohammed, the Shoaib Akhtar of SkyExchange.net's fan code Oman D10, he picked up 1 wicket. Azaiba 11 with a bat in hand, 92 for 4 and falling short by 13 runs for them. Bousher Busters by a margin of 12 pick up a victory. So that's the upshot of the game. 104 for 5 for Bousher Busters. Azaiba getting only 92 on the board in their allotted 10. And Bousher Busters picking up important 2 points. We'll dive into a short break, and on the other side we have the post-match presentation coming up.
A very important win for the Bousher Busters here in context to the tournament. They keep their hopes alive of making it into the top 4. Batting first, they managed to get 104 for 5. And then when Azaiba 11 came out to bat, they kept things tight and they ensured that they go on to win this game by 12 runs and secure their 3rd win in 5 matches. What a performance by Bousher Busters. In the presentation ceremony, I have with me Mr. Mazhar Salim Khan. He is the assistant coach of the Oman national team and he will be presenting the player of the match medallion and the gift hamper courtesy Oud Amna to one man who made batting look very easy on top and set the tone as well for Bousher Busters, Asif Khan. What a fine batting effort he's put. 38 and 21 deliveries opening the innings for Bousher Busters. 4 fours and 1 6 to his credit, and he ensured he takes the side to 104 for 5 in the 10 overs. Asif, firstly congratulations. बैटिंग ऑर्डर में आज हमने एक तब्दीली देखी, आप और रौफ आए थे, फर्स्ट टाइम ये कॉम्बिनेशन था, व्हाट वाज द प्लान?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह का शुक्र है। हाँ, बैटिंग में आज हम लोगों ने थोड़ा प्लानिंग किया था क्योंकि हमारे पृथ्वी से कैप्टन से रन नहीं हो रहे थे, तो हमने रऊफ के साथ मीटिंग किया। वो बोला कि रऊफ ओपन जाएगा और थोड़ा कैपिटलाइज करेगा, तो यही प्लान था बस। और
पहले ओवर में, दूसरे बॉल में चौका, तीसरे बॉल में छक्का, आप तो अलग ही लय में थे।
हाँ, मैं हमेशा यही माइंड से आता हूँ कि पॉजिटिव ही खेलना है क्योंकि ये फॉर्मेट थोड़ा शॉर्ट है, तो इसमें पॉजिटिव जितना रहेंगे उतना ही परफॉर्म होगा और अच्छा आता है बैट पे।
104 एट हाफ वे स्टेज लगा, डिफेंड कर पाओगे?
हाँ, हमारी बॉलिंग अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अच्छी है। आज तो बिलाल ने अच्छी बॉल डाली, फवाद ने भी अच्छी डाली, तो हमारी बॉलिंग ऐसा है कि हम 100 को डिफेंड कर सकते हैं।
Very well played. Congratulations to your team. Keep up the great work.
Thank you sir. Thank you.
Well, that was Asif Khan, a very fine innings of 38 of 21 in his essay as an opening batter. We have lots more lined up. That's because we have 3 more matches coming up. But up next will be the match between Amerat Royals and, of course, they'll be taking on Ruby Rangers. It's a top of the table clash between 1 and 2. Stay tuned. We'll get action after a very short break.